Thanks for meeting here at campaign headquarters in San Simeon. The campaign is not going well, I'll tell you that. In fact, if I'm going to win this presidency as an independent, we need to think outside the box. We're going to need someone who doesn't even know what a box is. And I think I found that man. Please welcome a man I met last night and my new campaign manager, RASTA GRANDPA.
Good evening.
All right, here he is.
And good morning.
Yes. See, folks, to me this man is interesting, okay? Now, you may ask yourself, what does RASTA GRANDPA think about climate change? Well, RASTA GRANDPA can't even sit outside because it's too hot for him. His witch doctor told him that if he sat outside, his bones would melt like hot Airheads candy because he has the hollow bones of a bird.
Yes, I.
His words, not mine. Yes, I. Yes, I. Everyone say yes, I.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
Great, thank you. So, he moved here to San Simeon, California for the better climate, and he's lived in San Simeon ever since. Now, folks, he says we need to fight global climate change, and I believe him. Listen, I know this sounds strange, but it's true. Anyway, the story isn't about RASTA GRANDPA, okay? This is a story of us. Things haven't been good in the country. We don't communicate across the aisle very well, and I think that's a fundamental flaw. So, I talked about this, briefly, with my closest and most trusted advisor. Thank you very much. And he told me that a relationship is only as strong as its foundation.
Yeah, man!
See?
Yeah!
Yeah! Now, when he was married to his seventh wife, RASTA Grandma, they used to fight all the time. At the height of their arguments, she broke a coconut over his head and his eyes went crossed for 5 years, all right? Imagine 5 years with crossed eyes. What would you do? Well, what he did was pack his stuff, walked out the door, and into the open door of what he thought was a cab. Turned out it was a hot coal pit. Burned his little butt, flew through the air holding it, and he would have fallen to his death had not a pelican scooped him up in his bill and carried him here to, you guessed it, San Simeon, California. Population 2,100.
Yeah, man!
Everyone say that with him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man!
Fantastic. Now listen, I may have gotten some of those facts wrong. He was high as a kite when he told me all this. But that doesn't change the fact that he's right, okay? This isn't about RASTA GRANDPA, though. This is about our campaign. Folks, we are screwed.
Not for long. Not for long, Senator.
President Parker! President Parker!
We're running on a lower taxes ticket. And here's how this patriot right here, RASTA GRANDPA, vowed to never pay taxes again. He went into the San Simeon City Council meeting, locked all the doors and windows, and hotboxed everyone out with some of the stankiest, dankiest ganja you'd ever grown in your bathroom. They voted not to pay taxes. Now, eventually, of course, the American government realized an entire city wasn't paying taxes, sent the army in to declare martial law, and they drove tanks down Main Street, USA. But this guy, RASTA GRANDPA, right here, stood in the middle of the street to protest. Of course, they didn't stop. They didn't care about him. They kept rolling. But because he's so little, he slipped perfectly and quietly into the barrel of the cannon. Now, assuming he was stuck and would live in this barrel forever, this hero took off his clothes and fell asleep. Next thing you know, sneezing tank operator accidentally fires the cannon, blasts RASTA GRANDPA thousands of feet in the air.
Grandpa flies high.
Grandpa flew high into the air, would have fallen to his death had not a pelican scooped him up in his bill and carried him right to the front door of Hearst Castle, a mere 14 miles away from San Simeon, California.
Yes!
Yes! And because he was naked and mumbling from all the danky stanky ganj, the staff assumed him some weird naked old man baby because they had just watched a staff-only screening of the film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He was invited to stay in the castle and live as the new master, and is that right? Master?
The master of Hearst Castle.
You know what? He says it. Maybe it's a metaphor. I don't know. Take what you can from it. I may have met RASTA GRANDPA at gunpoint, but as he screamed at the time, I was being unreasonable.
I apologize.
It's all right. You're in a bad place. You thought I was the devil and you were trying to kill me. But now I'm thinking clearly, and it's all thanks to this man. Is he magical? I don't know. He says he is, but maybe a little bit of magic is what this country needs. God bless you all. Thank you for listening.